Saloon number 10. This is the only museum in the world with a bar in it. I know, you know that's why I hang out here. I love museums. Well, anyway, I know why you're all here today. You're here to watch me play some cards, right? Alright, well I'm going to do that for you. First let me introduce the friends I'm playing with today. Charlie Rich, come on out. It's Charlie Rich, gambler from Cheyenne. Next up we got Captain William Massey, a retired riverboat captain. There he is. Boy, did you retire early. All right, Carl Mann, come on out. This is Carl Mann, owner of the Saloon 10. And last but not least, everybody's favorite guy in the bar, the bartender, Harry Young. There he is. Come on out. All right, like I said, I'm going to play some cards for you. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I am James Butler Hickok. Folks nowadays, well, they like to call me Wild Bill. Yeah, you know I was born in Troy Grove, Illinois in 1837. Quick, how old does that make me? 39, exactly right. Good job. Well, anyway, when I was just a kid, I worked on the family farm outside of Troy Grove, but I wanted something more. So I got myself a job. It was a job driving freight. Oh, I loved it too. I got to get out on my own, see some of the country I hadn't seen before, and work on my pistol handling. Yeah, I got real good out there too, shooting that small game and such. It was like a big adventure. Till the Civil War broke out. Yeah, then the Union Army came calling for me. And I fought for the Union during the Civil War. My family, well, they were abolitionists. They did not believe in slavery. I was a scout and a spy for the Union. Oh, I liked that too, except for the fact that I got shot twice. Yeah, I got captured twice, but I escaped twice and I made it through. Well, after the war ended, I liked that scouting so much, I went out with the 10th Cavalry, and eventually the 7th, out on the new frontier. Yeah, it was me and General George Armstrong Custer. I know y'all know who George Custer is. Well, I also met a young William Cody out there. You probably know him better as Buffalo Bill, but he was William when I met him. He wasn't just much more than a boy out there scouting. Well, I'll get back to Buffalo Bill here in a minute, but as I'm riding the west with General Custer and his crew, I noticed a lot of small towns sprouting up out there. Yeah, it seemed like everybody just headed west in this big land grab, you know. Well, it also seemed to me none of them towns had any law in them. Made me want to be a lawman. So that's what I did. I traveled all over Kansas Territory and Nebraska Territory looking for a marshal job or a sheriff job. Till eventually, I landed me some. Places like Fort Riley, Dodge City, Hays City. Oh, a few others. Till I ended up in Abilene, Kansas. Yeah, Abilene. I got the job as marshal there. There's this pesky bar owner, a Texas cattleman by the name of Phil Coe. Well, me and Phil, we argued every time we saw each other. Yeah, it was like we didn't see eye to eye on anything. Well, you know how them arguments is gonna turn out. They're gonna come to a head someday. And it did, right there in the streets of Abilene. Oh, I shot Phil Coe dead. But he had a lot of friends that day. There was a lot of confusion. I saw some movement in the shadows, turned quick, shot again. Shot my deputy, Mike Williams, dead right there in Abilene. Yeah, that was a bad day. I didn't want to be a lawman anymore after that. So I gave it up, and I moved on. Oh, I bounced around from town to town doing odd jobs to survive, like wagon master, teamster, a little more scouting. Anything I could do to earn a little money and play cards like these lucky guys are doing right now. Like they're doing right now. There they go. Oh, that was a close one. I didn't think we were going to find a game back here today. Well, anyway, as I'm bouncing the west, I run into Buffalo Bill Cody again. Oh, Buffalo Bill, he's much older now. He tells me he's taking a Wild West show out east. Wants me to join him. So I thought about it a while. Finally I said, sure, Buffalo Bill, let's take that Wild West show out there and show them Easterners just how wild it really is out here. Truth be told, I didn't care for that all that much. Nah, some people are showmen and some people aren't. Buffalo Bill, now there's a showman for you. Me, not so much. Oh, and if you can believe this, there was people out there that called me a bad actor. I know. I did the same thing. I laughed at him, and then I shot him. No, I didn't really shoot him. I'm just kidding. But I did tell Buffalo Bill, I said, this is not for me. You know, we'll still be good friends, but I gotta be moving on. So I did. I left it behind me again. Oh, I moved around for a little while longer, doing a lot of that stuff I talked about earlier. Actually, looking for a card game any town I could find me one in. Till I ran into a guy who turned out to be the best friend I ever had in my life. Colorado Charlie Utter. Yeah, Colorado Charlie just so happens he's bringing a wagon train to these Black Hills. Yeah, Deadwood in particular. Oh, they just discovered gold up here. People were flooding in here by the thousands seeking their fortune. You know, I was no different. I wanted my fortune too. So I hopped that wagon train with Colorado Charlie, California Joe, Calamity Jane, and a few others, and we headed to Deadwood. Oh, by the way, all those rumors you've been hearing about me and Calamity Jane, not true. Have you seen her? No. No, I know. That's not fair either. Calamity is a friend of mine. Probably not after I say stuff like that though, right? Nah, I was a married man when I came up here. I just married Agnes Lake Thatcher. Oh, we had a wonderful wedding down there in Cheyenne. And then I whisked her away on a honeymoon to Cincinnati. Oh, what? Cincinnati not a proper place for a honeymoon or what? At least it's not Cleveland. No, I shouldn't say that. I've never been to Cleveland. Well, we honeymooned in Cincinnati for a bit. I left her there, told her I was headed back west to make our fortune, so we could settle down. You know, I got to Deadwood on that wagon train with Charlie, and I prospected a bit, sure. But that really wasn't my thing either. I knew, though, with all those people and all that gold, yeah, there'd be some card games I'd get into. That's how I'm going to make my fortune, right there at the card tables. Well, this looks like a pretty good game over here. Although I'm really not sure what they're playing. You guys still got a lot of cards. I'm still chomping at the bit to get in it. Besides, you're probably all sick of listening to me talk by now anyway. Yeah? Who said that? That guy in that hat right there? Is that you? Man, I'm coming back there. If I didn't have all these people... Oh, it's Jack! Get out of here, Jack!
Why don't you shoot it?
Yeah, I should have. Good call. Anyway, I'm going to head...
The vacant seat was so located, and a lively debate between Charlie Rich and Bill resulted in an attempt on Bill's part to get Charlie's chair.
Charlie! What are you doing in my chair? No, it isn't. I sit there and you know it enough to get out.
Bill was not given his request, and grudgingly, with great hesitation, took the empty chair. But after a few minutes, he stood up, and again asked Charlie for his chair.
Dang it, Charlie, I need that chair and you know it. Now get out of it.
Bill didn't win this argument either.
Fine, I'll take your money now.
He settled down, sitting with his back to the door. Wariness, though, kept Bill alert, for all knew him to be a left-handed drinker, leaving his right hand free to handle his pistol. As unpredictable as card games are, Bill found himself quickly losing to Massey, who had lost to Bill the night before. Bill asked Harry for $15 worth of pocket checks. Harry brought them over to Bill and returned to the bar and his duties. Soon, a shifty drifter known as Jack McCall entered the saloon. Bill quickly turned while drawing his gun. Recognizing McCall as a newcomer to town, he greeted him with the friendly,
"Howdy, Jack."
Then reholstered his gun and resumed the game. Jack slowly circled the table, pausing briefly behind each player and analyzing each hand. Wild Bill's attention was on Massey. There was a friendly argument between them, and Wild Bill remarked,
"Massey, you know I'm gonna take all them tricks you got over there." Yeah, that's
upon returning directly behind Wild Bill, suddenly Jack McCall,
"Take that, dang you! Don't let me move!"
The bullet struck Bill in the back of the head, coming out of his left cheek, and lodged in Captain Massey's left arm. It was discovered soon after the cards Bill was holding were aces and eights, forever known as the dead man's hand. All fled the saloon except Carl Mann, who was held at bay by McCall. Jack snapped the trigger of his gun several times. It failed to fire. He then ran out the door and up the street. He was found hiding in a building behind a butcher shop. Later on in the day, he was tried in a miner's court. The jury, being tainted and influenced by a deceitful defense, found McCall not guilty, and he was released. This decision not only outraged the judge, but also the general populace. McCall left the camp in haste. Upon reaching supposed safety in Wyoming, he began bragging of his ignoble deed. Word of this reached the U.S. Marshal, who tracked McCall down, arrested him. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time to allow us to
Let's hear for my volunteers! Did a great job! Hey, we'll be up here for pictures just as long as you need us to be, alright? So if you want a picture with me and Jack, come on up. Don't be shy. Oh, this is not a spit tune either. Do not spit in that. Thank y'all so much. The Deadwood Gunslingers have me in the streets again, 4 o'clock, right down in front of the Celebrity Hotel. All new gunfight. Hope to see y'all there. Thank you so much for coming in, Slim 10. Have a great Deadwood day.